It is the night before Christmas Day, and all through the house, nobody was moving around, not even me or my spouse. We hung some red stockings on the chimney over there in hopes that old Santa would make a deposit there. The kids, they was asleep, all snuggled up in their beds. They was dreaming about gift cards, dancing in their heads. Mama put on her nightgown. Is that one that's bright red? And I put on some pajamas to get ready to get in bed. When outside in the yard, I heard such a ruckus, I jumped up and ran to see what in the world the fuss was. I ran to the window and I threw back the curtains. I was afraid there was mischief, to that I was certain. There was the moon, shining on the leaves I didn't rake. And there was that trash can I forgot to take. And what I seen next, well, it was just weird. It is an itty-bitty sleigh pulled by some itty-bitty reindeer with an itty-bitty driver that kind of gave me pause. But then I realized it must be old Santa Claus. They was flying across the yard going lickety-split, and old Santa called out to them so they wouldn't quit. Hey Dasher, hey Dancer, and Prancer and Vixen. Go on, Comet, go on, Cupid. Go on, Donner and Blitzen. Fly on up to the roof, but be careful and land soft. We don't want to fall through, and we don't want to slide off. Like dry leaves flying through a springtime tornado, they flew up on the roof with skill and bravado. And then all of a sudden I could hear on the roof the clicking and the picking of each bitty hoof. I closed back the curtains and was turning around, and there's a rustling in the fireplace, and old Santa came down. He was dressed in a fur suit from his head to his foot, and they was all dirty from the ashes and smut. He had a big red sack flung over his shoulder, and he looked like a salesman about to open his sales folder. His eyes sort of twinkled. He had dimples in his cheeks. They was red like red roses. I thought he'd had a few drinks. His mouth was drawn tight like string on a hunting bow, and the whiskers on his face was as white as the snow. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth. Smoke made a ring like a white Christmas wreath. Now I told old Santa, smoking ain't too healthy of a thing, but he assured me that he only smoked it once a year, and that's on Christmas Eve. And besides that, it was a special kind of tobacco that's grown by, it was called elfin tobacco. Elfin tobacco, because obviously you think it's grown in the North Pole, and it's not harmful. So that's the only tobacco that he uses. And so it's grown up there on the North Pole, and it's called elfin tobacco, because I guess you probably know why, because this elf grows it up there, and grows the tobacco. But his name is Elfin. Elfin Elf, that's his name. Anyway, he had a fat little face. He's a fat little fella. And his stomach kind of sort of jiggled like a bowl of red jello. He's a fat little guy, all happy with himself, and all of a sudden I laughed out loud because I just couldn't help my own self. Then he winked at me, and he jerked his head. I didn't know what that meant. He didn't say a word, and he put out the presents. He filled up the Christmas socks, and then he turned back to my presents. He's picking his nose, and I guess that is magic, because he went zip up the chimney with his sack. He jumped back in that sleigh and whistled to his crew, and like the fuzz on a dandelion, away they all flew. He yelled over his shoulder before he's clean out of sight, "Merry Christmas to all y'all. All y'all have a good night."